Warning. If Social Security is abolished, prepare for the unbelievable aftermath. Imagine a world where Social Security, a cornerstone of American retirement security, has been around for nearly 90 years and suddenly vanishes. The consequences would be devastating and far-reaching. Millions of Americans would be affected, reshaping the entire economic landscape of the United States. Who are we protecting Social Security from? We are protecting Social Security from Trump, Musk, and Doge's attempt to dismantle this vital program and collapse our economy. The irresponsible approach shown by Musk and his Doge boys leads me to believe that the system is not in responsible hands. You cannot take a sledgehammer to one of the most complex and successful programs the government has ever created. Does anyone believe that this unserious team of amateurs, Doge, will you find serious waste by firing the people most capable of helping Musk find waste? Seriously? This preposterous joke called Doge reeks of a haphazardly planned scam to raise funds for the next big tax break, for the rich. More of the same. The American taxpayers pay the bill, while the oligarchs party on our dime. These are enemies from which we are protecting Social Security. Financial chaos. The immediate aftermath of abolishing Social Security would be financial chaos. Overnight, 67.2 million Americans would lose a crucial source of income. For many retirees, people with disabilities, and their families, Social Security makes up half or more of their total income. The sudden loss of these benefits would plunge millions into poverty. Skyrocketing poverty rates. Without Social Security, poverty rates among older adults and people with disabilities would surge by more than 50%. This ballooning poverty rate would affect all but the wealthiest people in America, widening the already stark wealth gap in America. The horrific economic ripple effects. The loss of $119 billion in monthly benefits would send shockwaves through the economy. Consumer spending would plummet, businesses would suffer, and unemployment would rise as the economy contracts. The housing market would likely crash as millions of Americans struggle to pay their mortgages or rent. Societal upheaval. Let's begin with workforce disruption. Millions of older Americans would be forced to re-enter the workforce, competing with younger generations for jobs. This influx of desperate workers would likely drive down wages across the board. Healthcare crisis. Without the financial security provided by Social Security, many seniors would be unable to afford necessary medical care. This could lead to a public health crisis, straining an already overburdened healthcare system. Family dynamics. Younger generations would suddenly be responsible for supporting their elderly parents and grandparents. This added financial burden could lead to increased stress, delayed marriages, and lower birth rates. However, things get even worse from here. Now, we must face the international repercussions. However, before we proceed, a word from our sponsor. Warning. Social Security is under siege. Protect your Social Security benefits by becoming an Entitlement Protection Network, EPN, member. EPN is your trusted online resource for safeguarding Social Security benefits. As threats to the Social Security Administration grow, EPN provides critical information, news, and analysis, designed to protect you from arbitrary termination of benefits. Who needs EPN membership? All Social Security recipients. Veterans receiving benefits. Disability recipients. Medicare and Medicaid enrollees. The adult children of SSA recipients who will be expected to subsidize their parents' loss of benefits. Why join? Timely information and analysis are critical to financial survival. This is especially true if you depend on or have a family member who receives Social Security benefits. If Social Security is abolished, 90% of the population will feel the financial ripple effects. EPN membership is your dedicated source of vital information designed to protect your access to SSA benefits during these unstable times. EPN lets you stay informed about potential changes to all Social Security programs. Access expert analysis of policy proposals. Techniques to protect you from arbitrary removal from SSA benefits. We'll even guide you to the proper professional assistance if needed. Don't wait until you lose your benefits. Stay vigilant and be prepared by joining the Entitlement Protection Network today. Act now by visiting www.ssahelp.com. That's www.ssahelp.com. See the link below. Social Security is facing unprecedented challenges and is under serious threat. Your EPN membership supports our mission to preserve this vital program for generations to come. Don't delay. Join now. The abolition of Social Security would tarnish America's reputation on the world stage. Other nations would view the United States as a country that abandons its most vulnerable citizens, potentially weakening diplomatic ties and economic partnerships. Long-term consequences: widening inequality. The loss of Social Security would exacerbate income inequality. While the wealthy might weather the storm, the middle class would literally wither and die. The number of impoverished Americans would swell to catastrophic proportions. Trust in government. Abolishing a program Americans have paid into throughout their working lives would shatter trust in the government. This level of social stress would lead to social unrest and political instability. Economic stagnation. The long-term economic outlook for the nation would be grim. With reduced consumer spending and a struggling workforce, economic growth would likely stagnate, potentially leading to a prolonged recession or depression. Here is my final warning. If Social Security is destroyed, within a year, the nation will implode. How does chaos, rather absolute or potential, make America great? The answer is simple: it does not make America more significant, it makes it weaker. The abolition of Social Security would transform the United States from a beacon of hope to a tragedy of societal collapse. Let's try to avoid this living hell at all costs. If you found this video informative and thought-provoking, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue to bring you essential content like this. Remember, Social Security isn't just a government program, it's a promise to the American people. Let's work to strengthen it, not abolish it. Thank you for watching.